I've just finished buying fuel, as you do, and I hate buying fuel. I hate giving money to oil companies because they don't deserve it. They don't deserve my money. If something goes wrong in the Middle East, then let's be fair, it happens quite a lot. Oil prices tend to spike, and when they spike, these fat cats, they get extra profit because their profits are proportional. They're not fixed, they're not fixed amount. They get very rich, and the rest of us motorists, we get shafted. And they didn't do anything to deserve it. They have no merit. They didn't invest any more in their infrastructure. Their product isn't any better. It's just because of geopolitical happenings that they get richer. And it sort of really gets on my tits, especially from people of certain political persuasions who go mad if they have to give money to people who actually need it, who are in dire straits. But then, us having to pay extra for fuel and giving money to these bastards who did nothing to deserve it, that's fine. No, that's fine. That's the market, blah, blah, blah. That really gets on my tits. We get shafted, us motorists. That's what's really scandalous. But anyway, I'm going on too much of a rant. I'm saying this because there's also something else. Like, I'm going to come to a stop in just a moment, or not. But if I were to come to a stop and I'm sitting at traffic lights, I'm just burning fuel. I'm stationary. I'm not going anywhere. But I need to burn, in my case, diesel for the engine to turn over. So I'm just basically turning my money into smoke. That doesn't sit well with me either. So that's one of the reasons why many years ago, I think it's 12 years now, when I began to really get into electric vehicles, and I like them because of that. First off, they are fast, they are smooth and quiet and all of that. But the thing that really attracted me was how much money you could save. Of course, given the right set of circumstances. These days, with charging stations out on the street, they tend to be very expensive. So much so that it can be more expensive to charge your EV than it is to fill up your car with petrol. Not cool. And just to give you an inkling of how much cheaper an EV can be, I did some calculations beforehand. I'm going to use as a basis this car and an average of what it does, make it nice and cheap, because in town this tends to be higher. If it did the actual average over the life of the car, it'd be a bit higher, and then compare it to an EV that's very inefficient. It does 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. You can get much more efficient than that, so that means you save a lot more money. But basically, I'm going to put up on the screen the sums that I did and where I got the information from. I'm not pulling numbers out of my backside at all, and it's still 2/3 of the price to run an EV compared to an internal combustion engine car. Okay, it's 1/3 cheaper. Now, that might not sound like much, but it is. Like, personally, I spend something like €2,500 a year on fuel, depending on the year. And if you were to save, in my case, if I were to save 1/3, that's over €800 a year I'd save. €800 per year. And yeah, to me, that's a very compelling argument for EVs. The thing is, even with all of this, and even with all of the advantages that EVs have, by the way, there are many, which unfortunately is counterbalanced by the fact that charging times take so long it becomes impractical, but we'll gloss over that. But there are still people who hate EVs. They hate them for no reason other than they're not petrol. I've had comments in these videos saying, EVs all suck, EVs do this, EVs are suck, what can they do? Very irrational, very tribalist way of looking at things. And unfortunately these days we do live in a very, I don't know what you want to call it, tribalist, cultist mentality, herd mentality. People just, they don't like something, that's it. It's all awful, everything about it is awful, everything related to it is awful, and everyone who likes that thing that they don't like is an idiot or a traitor or whatever. By the way, this is counting. It's not me being facetious or anything like that or jingoistic. It's happening, and it's ridiculous. It's stupid, and it's stupid just to hate EVs just because they're EVs and they're not petrol. You might not like EVs, but at least give me a rational reason. And this is the thing, by the way, the secret that I want to share with you. There's this amazing secret, okay? Come closer. You can like EVs and petrol at the same time. Honestly, you try it, nothing's going to happen. You're not going to suddenly, keel over and die. You're not going to suddenly smell bad and no one will want to sit next to you in public. It's amazing. You can like both things and appreciate both things for what they are. Just like, for example, you can like the Beatles and the Stones, Oasis and Blur, blondes and brunettes, salty and sweet. You can like them both. It's amazing, isn't it? It's crazy stuff, but it's true, and it seems to be rather a well-kept secret that many, many, many people these days are not aware of. True. So this is just my appeal to your humanity. I mean, if you're watching this, there's a good chance you're already a lovely person because you're watching this, obviously. But I thought I'd get that off my chest because it really does get on my tits so much. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do please, let's get a conversation going because I like talking to you guys. Usually you're always right when it comes to certain things. What's wrong with my car? You guys always come up with the correct solution. So I welcome and thank your comments and appreciate them greatly. I welcome anyone, I thank everyone who has watched up until this point. By the way, there's a new channel. If you want to click on one of the banners that pops up, that will take you to the most recent video. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. I bid you all farewell.